Welcome to Breaking News 247 presents.
The left hates the Second Amendment. Why? Because they are terrified of an armed populace. Americans who know how to use firearms are self-reliant. They don't want the government running their lives. So, every day, we learn about another liberal trying to limit our freedoms. The latest is from a liberal attorney general. His new scheme will deprive you of the most fundamental aspect of gun ownership. Right now, the left cannot completely overturn our Second Amendment gun rights, but God help us if they ever win back the White House and appoint radical Supreme Court justices. The best way they can hinder your gun rights now is by passing stricter laws. They want to make it very difficult for law-abiding citizens to get and use their firearms. If fewer people can acquire weapons, they believe that over time nobody will. So, time and again, Americans are forced to jump through ridiculous hoops created by politicians who want you weak, defenseless, and dependent on the government. Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson is leading a new push for a variety of heavy restrictions for gun owners. The big problem: these same restrictions have failed to stop gun violence again and again. The painful reality is that gun control only hurts law-abiding citizens. More often than not, criminals know how to get around the restrictions. In many cases, criminals can get guns while complying with gun laws. Democrats know this. They don't really care about protecting Americans. It's their goal to have a population that fears and hates guns. Gun control is really about punishing Americans who want to exercise their Second Amendment rights. Imagine if there were these many restrictions on owning and driving a car. Car-free roads. Waiting periods before buying a car. Limits to how much gas you can put into your tank. TV shows and movies that depict cars as scary, dangerous objects that only criminals use. Despite their enormous value, there would be people afraid and mistrustful of cars. That's the left's goal with gun ownership. Gun-free zones, limits on magazine capacity, and other bans are a way of conditioning Americans. If something has so many restrictions, perhaps we shouldn't have anything to do with it. If owning a gun is so complicated and difficult, then maybe we just shouldn't bother. But the facts remain the same. Greater gun control only leads to more gun violence. Democrats know full well that their gun control laws don't work. They are just waiting for the day when there will be enough Americans who are against gun ownership. Then, it will be easy to overturn our Second Amendment or have enough restrictions that a very select few can even legally buy a gun. The bad news is Washington's liberal governor Jay Inslee is in support of these restrictions. Unless the people of the state fight back, their rights will be eroded even more.